like decluttering, the good thing about it is that you need to be honest with yourself. And all the pieces like that weighs you down, makes you have any kind of negative emotions, you can get rid of that. And it just leaves you behind with this amazing feeling, like both that you're proud of yourself, but also that you're getting to know yourself more. And just that's what I really like about decluttering. Hello everyone and welcome back. So what I've been talking about that I want to be better at doing is showing you every time I declutter, because a lot of the time I only show you like when I'm doing big declutters. Most times when I declutter, I'm actually only decluttering a small amount. So I am a person who in my head thinks about, okay, what do I need to declutter next? And then I do it when I have the energy to do so. So today there's different areas I actually want to declutter. If we take the first area, it is my exercise clothing. So I really want to declutter this area because at the moment I'm not doing any kind of exercises where I need exercise clothing, and mostly it just lies in my drawer and I do not get any use out of it, because mostly what I do is I walk. I do not like have a car, so I walk almost everywhere and I just get a lot of steps in. So basically that is my exercise. And then sometimes, rarely, I use my exercise bike, but I still love it, and I hope I can get into a period where I have more energy so I can use that more. But what is kind of also holding me back from using it is the thought of having to change clothing to exercise clothing, and then having to take a shower and change and get the clothing on, change it back. It just takes a lot for me just to think about it before I've even like done it. So for me, it's actually more of a hindrance than a help. So I'd rather just wash more of my ordinary clothing. Like if I get sweaty while exercising, just take it up, take a shower, like put new clothing on. That just makes more sense for me. And maybe it does not make sense for you, but that doesn't matter. The most important thing is that it makes sense for you, the person who is decluttering, and that you're honest with yourself. Because every time I see the exercise clothing, I get like this guilty feeling of why am I not exercising more and why I'm not using it. And when you like look into your wardrobe, items should not be making you feel guilty in any kind of way. If they do that, you should just declutter it. It could also be like something that's too small for you right now and you feel guilty that you have put on weight and you have not put any of it off again. So the first thing is all my exercise clothing, and I'm just taking it out of the drawer. And what I am going to do with everything I declutter today is I'm going to put it in my box, both the box where I like to write to sell clothing, but also the box like where I'm like, okay, I want to put in this box just so that if I later like feel like I actually need it, I can just pull it back. So it's like a box where like gives you like your clothing a timeout, and if you haven't missed it, you can then go ahead and officially declutter it. So that's what I'm doing. To show you, this hole in my drawer now was where all my exercise clothing was. So I also have more space now, so that's really great. So what I'm going to go into next is actually underwear. So I'm not going to show it to you, but what I found out, like I'm really a plain kind of person. Like if there's any kind of like fancy things on the underwear, like it just annoys me. So plain underwear, plain sports bras, that's just what works for me. And because I am a person who only has like small boobs, it can be really hard for me to find like ordinary bras. And I finally found a shop where I could like get it. And I kind of like shopped too much and it was like expensive, and just found out that no, I barely ever wear it. I just prefer my sports bras, so now I've given in. And I have accepted that I just feel best in sports bras. So that is what I am going to keep, that is what I'm going to wear. And I feel like decluttering, the good thing about it is that you need to be honest with yourself. And all the pieces like that weighs you down, makes you have any kind of negative emotions, you can get rid of that. And it just leaves you behind with this amazing feeling, like both that you're proud of yourself, but also that you're getting to know yourself more. And just that's what I really like about decluttering. So I'm just going to declutter that area, and I'm not going to show you because it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to show you my bras. What I can show you, I have no problem with showing you, is like my sports bras. So they're just basic sports bras. They're called Only Play, and they're just really nice to have on. So as you can see, very basic, and just like some padding in here, like very thin padding, just so you can't see your nipples through, and that's just how I like it. So these are what I wear all the time. And then I've just emptied this box, and now there's also some space in that drawer, but again I'm not going to show you because I do not want to show you my underwear. So, but yeah, there's space in that drawer as well now. Another thing that is definitely going is like skirts. I barely ever wear them, and I only have like one, and then I like ordered one that I'm going to send back, so I'm going to get my money back for that, because just like I never ever wear it, and then you end up feeling guilty because it's taking space up, and you never like barely ever wear it. And what I hate about like stuff like skirts is that you have to have like pantyhose underneath, and then you have to like change how it's sitting all the time so it does not annoy you. So just too much effort. I think that is too much effort. Like, I'm more like a pants kind of a person. Yeah. Not really into skirts. And that's just being honest. So that was one part. The last part I was thinking about tackling today is a dress. And when I've decluttered that dress, I only have one dress left, but I know I will wear that a lot in the summer, so there's no problem in that. And when that dress falls apart, I'll probably never buy a dress again, because that's just not what I wear a lot. And like summer clothing, I tend to not want to have a lot of. So I have that dress in there, and I also have 4 pairs of shorts. Summer, if you did not know, there's like only a couple of weeks within the year where it's hot enough to wear things like shorts and sandals and all that. So I just do not want to have a lot of that category, because when it gets warmer, like I can just wear t-shirts, and once I have that, it's on the thinner side. And what has made it like really hard for me to declutter this item is that something that I've been given, but then I also thought about, okay, I've also been given other things from this person that I actually use, that I actually like. So again, we should not feel guilty about that. Like, sometimes you like something, but you still do not wear it enough, and that's just a sign that you should get rid of it, because I have not worn this dress for like 1 or 2 years, and therefore it's just going. I'm really not a dress kind of a person and skirt kind of a person. That's just not me. So the last area I want to tackle, I think I've said that this area that I just covered was the last, but it wasn't. So I'm sorry about that. But yeah, the last area I'm thinking about is pantyhoses. So I'm probably going to keep just a couple to have like underneath my pants when it gets really cold. And again, if I do not end up using it this winter, I'll declutter them later on. So at the moment, I'm keeping these 2 pairs of pantyhose and this 1 pair of leggings. And then I'm getting rid of 2 pairs of pantyhoses, or rather they are going in the box to find out if I'm going to miss them, or if I later on can just declutter them. So now there's even more space in this drawer. So that's very nice, because I just emptied this one, and the ones I'm keeping are going down to my pants. A lot of the time, as you can just see from this video, I do not declutter a lot. I would say this is a good amount, but usually I even declutter less than this when I'm decluttering by myself. And I just wanted to take you along with the process. I'm just going to show you the amount I have decluttered, or rather the amount that's going into the box. And if I do not use it within a certain time period, I'm going to declutter it. So here, guys, is the amount I've just decluttered, and now there's some empty boxes and hangers. What I've really noticed through my last declutterings is that now I have like so many hangers that are not being used. And before, I constantly had to go out and buy more hangers. And that's just crazy. That was just me like buying too much that I did not need it. And now I just have a lot of hangers that are not being used because I do not have that many pieces of clothing anymore. And I feel like the more I declutter, the more I get to know myself, like the better I feel about my wardrobe. Because the less there is to feel guilty about, and the more I know myself, the less mistake purchases I make. And also I'm going to try it like in the next period of time to not buy any more clothing from wardrobe. So what I am allowed to buy is like outerwear, so shoes and jackets and all that if they're falling apart and are no longer rainproof. Because I live in a country where everything needs to be rainproof because it rains a lot. So, especially when I just walk everywhere, it's nice not to get like wet all the time because it's raining. So yeah, my clothing, my outerwear needs to be rainproof. And when it comes to my regular clothing, I've put up a rule that says when I do not have enough of that category of clothing to last me an entire week, then I am allowed to buy more, but not until then. So I think like putting some rules in place for yourself and like trying them out and finding out if they work for you or not is also just a really great thing to do, because me personally, I've tried a lot of different things out and I keep trying different things out to find out what works for me. And that's just the process of an intentional life and finding out what works for you. But yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and I really hope to see you soon in another one. If you like me and my channel, remember to subscribe and click that bell notification so you always get notified when I upload a new video. And remember to like, and if you have anything to say, just remember to be friendly down in the comment section. No one wants to read a nasty comment. So yeah, I hope you have a good day and I'll see you soon again. Bye guys!